Hello, brand new day, brand new video. This is Gaetan Jeunesse doing his vlog, his usual daily vlog in the morning after my breakfast and my run and a bit of hula hoop. Here I am in front of my camera and talking to you. So I had an idea about something that I could make um, during my run because I have been doing some comics lately, and I finished my well, I showed you in the other video. I finished my other zine, but that's not the only zine that I have because in 2016 I won a grant for a zine, and I finished that one in I'd say 3 months. I give myself a timeline of three to 4 months. Um, Now for the printing, it's a bit back in the schedule because I don't have access to the library. So because the virus. So when the library opens up again, I'm gonna go scan and write my bio and do my blurb and thank yous, and I'm gonna publish maybe 60 copies. I was reviewing my first scene yesterday, and uh, I like it. It's pretty good. I do find that some of the story doesn't really work because it's just throwing in ideas and that's not and characters, and it's not really, these characters are not really making the story progress, and there's not any follow up on the scenes that we see. But some of the story works, like the introduction of the characters and their backgrounds, and then the élément déclencheur, which is the squad is destroyed. Then she doesn't believe in property, so she's gonna. I guess I didn't show her reaction, so that's something that doesn't really work. So I'm gonna, if I have to critique myself, I would say that Old Blue Plant should be reacting to her spot being destroyed, more than just leaving her street life. She should be protesting or going in the government or the place where these people have received their orders. But instead, I made it she's going to change her mind and meeting her friends at the community center. Um, and then she's going to the sewers. She finds another place to squat, which is the sewers, and that works. And I really like the little details about the pollution because you see empty bottles all over the place. You have drugs, and you have alcohol pollution, radioactive, rats and pigeons, that they're eating pigeons. So there's a lot of good details there that makes the environment interesting. Um, but the drawings are a bit simple. They're not very big and not very detailed. So with my growth, because it's been 4 years already, um, I could do bigger drawings and more details, and probably the level of maybe the level of drawings would be better. But the when I was making this scene, I thought my colors are terrible, and now when I review it, my colors are actually good, I find. And I didn't pre-plan my colors; I just threw them on like that. They're markers, Prismacolor markers, and I missed those markers. I shouldn't have gave them away because I thought they're smelly. Uh, they're not as bad as anything else. Um, I don't think, at least. And I get this idea that ink is less sloppy than other materials, but no, this is a mistake because every material is dirty. If you're doing art, you're gonna have your fingers dirty. That comes with it. So And yeah, the rest of the story just works, and it's she's looking for a job, and then she's finding a job, but there's a lot of focus on looking for jobs, and then she overdoses, and then that's pretty much the end when the people come in and invite her for to become a mentor. So that's my zine that I won a grant for. Um, this one is the old the Desperate and Single. So Ensemble Désespéré, that's the title. Made it bilingual, so some parts in French, some parts in English, and the color scheme is very low, so I just use red, just the color red. Um, the next one I'd have to use color because I did another one on my baptism as a JW, and it was only grayscale. Um, but I'm tired of not using color because if I'm not gonna use color, I'm never gonna get good at using color. So, so what was I saying? Um, so I have this idea for a new comic, a new zine that I was thinking of when I was running, and the title would be the title is the first idea that came into my mind. It's The Woman with No Past. Um, and so I was thinking about how can I make this a story? It's just an idea that's just an image. Um, I use this idea because it's part of my I would say I can relate to waking up one day and not having any memories of your past. I think that's just a very interesting thing because sometimes the culture changes so quickly that you're not really acknowledging what has come before. Um, so the idea is this woman just wakes up and she doesn't remember who she is. She doesn't remember who her family is. Um, she doesn't remember anything from her past. So she goes to the doctor, and the doctor says that she has amnesia. And so the doctor is like this cute nurse that I already have visuals for because have drawn some social workers and nurses before, so and cute too. So and then uh, the and then what I want it to be a porno because I've never done porno before in zine format, and it's really ridiculous. But the feeling that is coming from the zine is the same feeling that you get when you are in a cult. Because I was brought up in a cult in the JWs, Jehovah's Witnesses. I was baptized at age 18, and what I thought I was joining was something great, was something I don't know, the first impression that the people that were Jehovah's Witnesses were were giving me this great impression. And then so this is the idea of the beginning of the story where you see this girl, you're like, oh, you're rooting for her, you're interested in her, you're sympathizing, you're getting involved and interested, and then next thing you know, you're in a porno, and this girl actually is definitely not what you thought she was. So it's basically that she's sort of pretending that um, she's just not divulging her story, and then next thing you know, you're in something that you didn't expect, with people doing things that you thought you um, were better than that. You had high hopes for like more a good moral conduct, and then you realize that the people that are uh, the head of the church, they have the worst conduct of all. So that's my idea for Zine. I don't know if I'll do it, but it's definitely a good idea. I find I should start maybe storyboarding, or um, maybe next year I'm gonna work on it. If I do a zine every year, um, well, I'm gonna have a lot of zines. So that's it for me talking today. It's been 10 minutes, and so now I'm gonna go on with my day. And uh, thank you for listening. And this is Gaetan Jeunesse signing off. Don't forget to donate to encourage my art practice, my business, my at-home business. I'm working 40 hours a week sometimes, so and I'm not paid for it. So, and if you were wondering how much money that you need to give, then $2 is good, $5 is good, $10 is good, $20 is good. So to send me a message, or even just to encourage me, give me a good word, um, and send me e-transfer or PayPal. I'll explain to you how it works by email. So my email is gaetangenesse, GAETANGENESSE @gmail.com. Thank you.